So hello everybody and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I thought we would do something a little bit interesting. And what do I mean by a little bit interesting? Well, as you can see right here, there's this PC right here, this whole setup, and this is my grandma's setup. Now, before you start off, this setup is nothing powerful, nothing special, so don't expect us to do anything with it, like anything special or anything like that. And so in this video we have one goal with this PC, and that is we have to try and get this PC to be as optimized as possible without changing anything that makes this PC what it is. So that means no changing of the hardware, no changing of the operating system, and so on. So without further ado, I suggest we start off with our plan. What is our plan? What are we gonna do? Well, first I thought of opening up this PC. Now, you might be saying, oh yeah, but doesn't that just, ruin the core of this video? Like, you can't change anything? Well, I mean, sure, yeah, but that doesn't really mean that I'm changing anything. The only reason why I want to open up this PC is because I want to clean it up. I want to take out all the parts, clean them out, because this PC has most likely not been cleaned out ever since it was bought, and that was like 10 or 20 years ago, maybe even more, around 20 years ago or so. But yeah, we're gonna take this PC, take all the parts out, or at least all the ones that I can, besides like the motherboard and stuff, because I don't want to risk things. I seriously do not trust myself with PCs of other people, so yeah, even if they're my family, so yeah. But anyhow, we're just gonna take the parts, and after we take the parts, we are simply going to go and clean them out, put them back inside. And after we clean out this piece, take out all the parts and then clean out all the parts, we're going to put them back inside. We're gonna put the PC back where it was. We're gonna turn it on, and then we're gonna see what we can do on the like inside the PC. So basically on the software, OS, BIOS side of things, and so on. But anyhow, yeah, without wasting any more time, let's get to opening up this PC and seeing what we can do with it. Now, since I was of course dumb enough and did not bring all my screwdrivers and my other conventional gear and stuff like that I would use to open up a PC, I have to resort to some, let's just say, less than ethical ways of opening up this PC, which I'm not gonna explain because my last video where I showed something like that, or at least where I showed something similar on video, was taken down and I got a strike for that. So yeah, I wouldn't really want to risk getting falsely striked again by AI YouTube bots. But yeah, anyhow, let's take this PC out and let's open it up and see what's inside, because I am seriously curious what this PC is and like what's inside and how it looks like on the inside. And so here's the PC. Now, sorry for the surface I'm using for this PC. I know it's not very conventional or very typical for, building a PC and like taking a look at it and whatnot. But yeah, anyhow, the one thing that instantly caught my eye when I took this PC off was the power supply. Look at this. This power supply has two ports, or at least like two connectors for the PSU. It has one right here, which I'm not really sure. I know I've seen this before somewhere, but I'm not even sure what this is used for. And then there's this connector right here, which is just your typical standard PSU connector. But yeah, I am really intrigued by this. And then you've got, of course, the motherboard right here, which right off the bat, seeing this LP port for printers and the PS ports, the PSU ports, instantly tells me that it's some kind of really old motherboard. So yeah, but anyhow, if we try to look at anything from here, yeah, we can't really see anything from here. I can only see like some cables and like the cooler sticker, I think, but yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, now let's open up this PC and see what we can find inside. I hope it's not filled with bugs and stuff like that, because I would not be surprised if it was. But yeah, I just really hope it isn't, because I do not want to go and kill bugs or whatnot. I do not want to go around dealing with bugs and stuff like that. But yeah, let's open up this PC and see what's inside. Alright, so we've taken off the 2 screws from the side panel, as you can see right here. And now the moment of truth. Let's open up this PC and see what we can find inside of here. Oh, what? Yo, okay. Another LG. Oh, wow, okay. This is way better than I thought it would be. I mean, considering the speed and stuff like that of this PC, I thought this was gonna be something like, I don't know, like like one of those PGA builds or something like that. But no, wow, okay. Look at that. We've got another Gigabyte 861M motherboard. I already have this one, and I've actually already used it in another video, and then in another video that's probably gonna be coming along soon after this one, or along with this one, we'll see. But yeah, I've already seen this motherboard. I've already used it plenty of times, and it's already been on the channel as well. So yeah, wow, look at that. The second reoccurrence of this motherboard. Huh, that's pretty neat. But anyhow, we've got the disc right here. It's a mechanical disc, which explains why everything runs so unbelievably slowly. But I don't really think we can do anything about that without actually, you know, upgrading the PC and whatnot. But yeah, I don't know if it's noticeable from here, but look at all of that dust. Like, oh my goodness. Okay, look at that. This is absolutely insane. Yeah, I think that it's best that we take this PC and clean it up, because I mean, yeah, besides that, there isn't really much else to look at this PC. I mean, it is pretty nicely set up. The cables and everything are pretty nicely all organized and whatnot, so you know, I will give him that. But anyhow, yeah, let's take out the cooler and the power supply and stuff like that, and let's get the cleaning. Before I even do that, I first have to find where the cleaning materials are. But yeah, I'm sure I'll find them, and then we can get to cleaning this PC. So yeah, let's get to it. Alright, so here's the PC with at least some of the parts outside. Now, why did I not pull out all the parts? Number one, I really don't feel like doing all of that. Number two, I really do not want to risk scratching or breaking something and then being responsible for it. And not just that, but also, you know, causing my grandparents more problems, you know, just for nothing. And then number three, it's not even necessary. I mean, you know, for like the power supply, the motherboard and stuff like that, you can just wipe them off, or like for the cables, for example. But yeah, there are some parts I could have pulled out, like for example the power supply, but I didn't want to ruin the cable management, because I know I would have done that. I am not good with cable management at all. And this is already at least somewhat well cable managed. And I could pull out the disc, but I then had to pull out, I would then have to like pull out the other panel and then, you know, unscrew it from the other side, and you know, I thought I would just leave it like that. But yeah, anyhow, yeah, this is the Intel cooler. It's a stock Intel cooler. The CMOS battery is this Japanese, I think it is, CMOS battery KTS. Then right here you've got 2 gigs of DDR3 RAM. So yeah, it's a spacer RAM, so never heard of that brand before, but yeah. And then we got your typical standard SATA cables. But yeah, okay, now that we've opened up this PC, let's get to actually cleaning it up. Let's get to actually cleaning this PC, and after that, assembling it back together, and then yeah, seeing what we can do on like the software side of things or inside of the PC. And so there we go. Now this PC looks miles better than it looked. I mean, I don't know if the change is that noticeable on camera, but in real life it is definitely noticeable. I mean, look at this right here, look at that. Look at all the dust gone from the disc on the top right there. Insane. But yeah, well, we didn't find any giant bugs or anything like that. We certainly had a heck of a cleaning mission. I don't know if it's, there we go, it's more noticeable right here, all the gunk and junk I've taken from this PC. But yeah, the last thing I need to do is connect this cable. And then, if you're wondering where the cooler is, this is it. I rinsed it off, I fully cleaned it off, and now I'm just waiting for it to dry off, and then we can put it back inside. And now, you can take this cable, connect it back in here. I'm gonna, you know, rinse off the wait, if I can even properly 1 second. We can put this in. There we go. Finally, okay. And we can put it back as it was, just like so. All the way up here. So there we go, and look at that. There we go. Everything is back to normal as it was, except that it's a million times cleaner. So now that I've cleaned this PC out, I'm gonna probably like rinse it through one last time. I'm gonna wait for the cooler to dry off. I'm gonna put it back inside. I'm gonna put the panel and everything back as it was. I'm gonna put the PC back at the table where we started off, and then we can go and see what we can do on the OS and BIOS and software side of things. But yeah, without wasting any more time, let's get to it. Alright, so now I have cleaned up the entire setup that was a part of this PC. So that means the speakers, the monitor, the mouse, the mouse pad, everything basically everything that is a part of the setup, the router as well. Forget that mess of cables back there, we will clean that up as well. The headphones in the back and so on. But anyhow, yeah, now that we have cleaned this entire setup up as well, now we can finally wait for the cooler to finish off drying, and then we can put the entire PC back together, put it right there where it was at the start, and then we can connect it all together, set it up, and take a look at what's inside and see what we can do. And so there we go. Everything is now set up, connected, the PC is back where it was, everything is back where it was, connected, all cleaned up, and absolutely ready to go for us to see what we can do directly inside of this PC. So now, without wasting any more time, let's do exactly what we wanted to do for the entirety of this video so far, and that is to go inside this PC, go inside the BIOS, the operating system, everything, clean it out, update the drivers, and just do absolutely everything we can to optimize this PC as much as we possibly can without changing anything that actually makes this PC what it is and original and so on. So yeah, let's get right to it. Alright, well, I am here, sat down on this PC. As you can see, I got the PC next to me, everything is plugged in, I've got my keyboard, my mouse, everything. And let's turn it on. Let's see. Get that light right here. Oh, okay, it's working. You can hear the ventilator spinning and the discs working, so that's good. Okay, it turned off. Hopefully it works, I don't know. Oh, it beeped. It beeped, the keyboard is on, it beeped. Okay, another beep. Does it work or does it not work? I hope it works. I don't even see the oh, there we go. Ah, there we go. Oh, starting Windows, there we go. All right, well, okay, I'm gonna reboot this PC and then I'm gonna boot into the BIOS and I'll see you there. All right, the PC is turning on once again. There we go, Gigabyte logo, and it's starting into Windows again. What? That's weird. I don't think it should be doing that. Yeah, no, because I booted into the BIOS. I hit shift and then restart. That should have booted into the BIOS. Okay, maybe we'll have to do it the traditional way. Right now it's shutting off and I'm gonna be ready to click F11, I think it was, on this motherboard for entering the BIOS. So yeah, or I think it was like F12, I'm not sure, but I believe it's F11, so yeah. Or is it F2? I'm not even sure, to be honest, but I think it was like F11 or F2, I think. I don't think it was F12. So yeah, just gonna have to see. So this PC has been shutting off for like the past 5 minutes or so. It's just been stuck on this screen, and I know it's not like, you know, frozen or anything, because as you can see, the image is still updating there. So yeah, I don't know what's happening. I'm probably gonna have to pull it out of the power plug directly, but I'm scared of doing that because I don't want to corrupt anything. Also, fun little thing while I was messing around, look at these speakers. They are completely broken. Look at this. It doesn't matter how much you change the volume or anything. I don't know if you can hear it from the recording, but they literally sound like a machine gun. when you turn them on. I don't know what the problem is, but I mean, yeah, these are like 20 to 30-year-old speakers, so I mean, I'm not surprised that they're completely broken. But yeah, I'm gonna wait like a few more minutes to see if this actually shuts off, and if not, then I don't really know. I mean, I can try. Oh, there we go. There it is. Okay, let's get ready. F2. Okay, ready with F2. Oh, there we go. Okay, so F2 worked. Okay, F2 was the button. Okay, so F2 was the button for the BIOS. Now we can actually see. So let's see what we can change inside of the BIOS here. The CPU temperature is 45 degrees, so that means that, thank God I haven't done anything with the cooler, because I did have some difficulties putting the cooler back on and I thought I had messed something up, but it doesn't look like I have, so that's okay. So that's good. Let's see. Okay, we've got a Intel Celeron CPU, the G1620. I think we had a similar CPU in the bottleneck video that I did some time ago. Yeah, I mean, it was not a good CPU at all, but turbo ratio, okay. It's currently running at the max speed, I think that's the max speed that it can run at, so yeah. The memory frequency, which I don't think it's set on the RAM stick when I was taking apart the PC, but it's 1330 megahertz. So yeah. Okay. Yeah, when has this? Oh my goodness. Yeah, look at that. This BIOS has not been updated since 2012. That's probably why it's stuck on system date first to 2012, or at least I think so. I'm not sure, but yeah, this BIOS, I don't even think this BIOS has been updated since this PC has been bought. So yeah, yikes. Okay, we're probably gonna need to update the BIOS as well. That's probably gonna be one of the things that we're gonna need to do. The boot options, we aren't really gonna do anything there. Fast boot, we can actually turn that to ultra fast. VGA support, okay, we'll leave it at that. USB support, PS2, yeah, we can leave all these settings at that. We don't need to change anything there. Let's see, Windows 8 limit, CPU ID maximum, Intel virtualization technology, I'll enable that just in case. It doesn't really change anything with the performance, but still. Next boot after AC power loss, fast boot. PS2 devices support enabled, USB support, sure, we'll leave it at that. Security option, okay. System information, what about over here? Yeah, over here I think it just shows the info. Advanced frequency settings, let's see if we can change anything there. Processor graphics clock, we can't really change anything there. CPU clock ratio, can't change anything there either. Advanced core CPU, okay. Turbo boost technology, we will for sure enable that. Turbo power limit, okay, can't really change anything there. CPU core enabled too. Oh, so this is a dual core CPU. Oh my, okay, this is worse than I thought it would be. Yeah, I mean, okay, I don't even know what I expected from a Celeron that was released like 20 years ago, 20 years ago, but yeah. Advanced voltage settings, let's see, CPU voltage, yeah, we can't change anything there. I mean, as expected, the CPU, I don't think it's unlocked, so yeah. And the motherboard also doesn't really support that much overclocking capability, so yeah. CPU fan speed control, I will do it manual, and then I will put it to the maximum. I will put all the fans to run at maximum speed, because the noise isn't really that big, and my grandparents, they don't really mind some extra noise, so yeah. CPU warning temperature, CPU fan fill warning, no. Okay, there we go. Let's go back, miscellaneous settings, let's see. PC Gen 3 configure, let's see. Okay, we'll make this run automatically at Gen 3, and sure, we'll enable this, although it only really does anything in 3D Mark, so yeah, it doesn't really change things overall that much. We already went through the BIOS features, SATA controllers, USB, audio, and a display first. The internal graphics size, I think we can just do 1024. There we go. Max, we'll leave it at that. Rapid start, legacy, I'll leave all the other settings. Internal graphics, of course, we'll leave it at enabled for now since this PC only has integrated graphics. Power management, let's see, so we've got resume by alarm, high precision, soft off, internal graphics standby mode. We'll leave it at disabled. Internal graphics deep standby mode, we'll leave it at disabled so we can just use the integrated graphics all the time if they don't turn off. Power on by keyboard, no. AC back always off, that's good. Alright, and yeah, that's pretty much everything we can do in the BIOS. We've went through all the main settings, and I think we can now, it's safe to say that we can exit and save all the changes we've made. Alright, and so here we are inside of the PC now. You might be saying, why do you have the libraries, the manager opened up on top of the desktop immediately? That's because the desktop background is a bit private because it has my face on it. So yeah, I won't be showing it in this video at all, but anyhow, yeah, so as you can see, we've got two disks. We've got the local disk C, which is probably the hard drive, and then we got local disk D, which I'm not really sure, is this some kind of like second partition, or maybe like the what's it called, the DVD, you know, that's inside. Maybe it's that, I'm not sure, but yeah. But anyhow, now I thought about cleaning out this entire PC, so like, let's say pictures, documents, stuff like that, just in general junk here that's on the PC that's not needed or not used anymore. And then after I clean it up, we can then move on to probably uninstalling all the like apps and stuff that aren't used on this PC, because I know there's like an insane amount of junk that's not used on this PC anymore. So definitely cleaning that out would be nice. Next up, I'll probably go through like the Windows settings, see if like I can turn off apps from like automatically starting up and stuff like that. And after that, I think that's pretty much it. We could probably do like some kind of BIOS update, although I'm not sure. We'll see if we'll do a BIOS update. And then not only that, but I'll probably also run a few commands in the Windows run, so Windows plus R inside of the run command here. I'll run, as you can see, I've already got them set up from using them last time. So tree, clean, mg, and prefetch, which will help clean up the system and make it run a lot more smoothly and more optimized. So yeah, but anyhow, let's get to work, shall we? Alright, so I've cleared out the PC out of all of the picture, video, document related junk that's been on this PC. There was quite a lot of it, but honestly there wasn't as much as I thought it would be. So yeah, of course I didn't show the process because there were a lot of private documents, private pictures and so on that I did not want to show on video, most of them. So yeah, but anyhow, now the next step is going to be going to the control panel and going to stuff like, let's say, power options. We're gonna try and update the Windows and you know, just a few other settings in general here to see if we can get the system to run a little bit more optimized. So if we go under power options right here, as you can see, it's already set to high performance, which is already very good. Then we got Windows update. We're gonna see, we're going to check for updates on this PC, and oh yeah, we are yeah, it says we're not connected to the internet, but we are connected to the router, so I'm not sure what the issue is there. Probably gonna have to fix that issue before I can update the Windows here. And I think besides those settings, I did quickly go through here and see, but yeah, besides those settings, most of these other settings don't really change the performance of the system that much. So I think that we can move on to uninstall. So we can click Windows and then uninstall a program. Here we have a list of all the programs installed on this PC that are uninstallable, and we can go and uninstall these programs that are not being used. So yeah, I'm going to go quickly. So let's see, we got Adobe Flash, which can be uninstalled. Yeah, wait, quit, and just click on uninstall. Yes, uninstall, and we can uninstall Adobe Flash because, I mean, yeah, it's dead, it doesn't work anymore. So yeah, same with this, uninstall, and we can uninstall. Oh my, look at that visual glitch. Alright, well, now that we've uninstalled that, we can go and move on to uninstalling some other parts of this. So for example, Opera software, which is not being used, so we can uninstall it. Uninstall, yes. Then we can go and, for example, we can uninstall Mozilla Firefox because that's not being used on this PC. And so yeah, my grandparents still use Google Chrome, that's why I'm not uninstalling it. We're going to go next. Otherwise, I'd probably uninstall all these here and then just download Brave or something like that, something more lightweight and more privacy oriented. But yeah, okay, we've got uninstalled. Look at the glitchiness, look at that. Oh my days, the screen tearing. Yikes. And while we're on to screen tearing and stuff, if you are wondering, in the past, I think it was the last time I was here, like a few months ago, I did already delete and install all the latest drivers for this PC. So yeah, we're not going to be doing that again in this video. I'm clicking finish and the entire PC has frozen. I was uninstalling Mozilla Firefox. I clicked uninstall or just finish and then yeah, no, nothing is working. The entire PC has frozen. Hey little bro, are you alive? Are you alive? Okay. Guess we're just gonna have to wait for the PC to respond. I don't know what else I should do. For some reason Google Chrome opened up and I can't move the mouse down. Look, I cannot even move the mouse down to click on Google Chrome. Even if I do, like, nothing is responding. I think we might have choked this PC. Yikes. I really hope I didn't break it. Maybe if I try to, like, reset it. Oh. Okay, cancel. Okay, I guess that was a fix. I just clicked the power button and then the shut off menu turned out. I was like, are you sure you want to turn it off? And then the PC just started reacting again. Okay, cool, I guess. WinZip, we can also delete WinZip and WinRAR, since we're not using those, or at least my grandparents don't use it. And if you're wondering what my parents even do on this PC, literally the only thing they do is just scroll on Facebook. That's the only thing they do on this PC and nothing else. So yeah, yeah, they don't really need anything powerful to scroll on Facebook. That's why they don't use stuff like WinRAR or stuff like that, you know, or like Firefox. So yeah, we're gonna uninstall WinZip, WinRAR, and then what else can we uninstall? Mozilla Maintenance Service, sure, we can uninstall that as well. So we can have as little apps as possible being able to actually like run and stuff in the background, you know, taking up resources. And after that, we can run those commands for the Windows run window and okay, all right. And then we can uninstall this as well. Install. And yeah, after we run those Windows commands from Windows R, then that's pretty much gonna be it. I mean, we can't really do anything to actually go and, you know, make this PC more optimized or stuff like that without actually changing the hardware inside of it or like changing the operating system and stuff. Alright, this has been uninstalled. Now we can go to Mozilla Maintenance Service. We can also uninstall that. And I think besides that, I don't think there's anything else to uninstall. Like, this is all Microsoft, and then you've got like the Realtek drivers, Intel drivers. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. We install updates, control panel, home. Yeah, I think that is pretty much everything we can do inside of this. I will check a few more things. Like for example, I'll go onto Windows and I'll actually check if there is. I actually want to check if there's a way to see running. Maybe it's under run programs, view list of running gadgets. View running task manager. Yeah, task manager. We need the task manager. Task manager. I mean, okay, I can also just turn it on with control shift escape, I think. There it is. Okay, nice. Got the task manager here. We can go on to applications. We've got, okay, we got these tasks running. Processes, okay. The CPU, services, performance, let's see. Resource monitor. Alright. Let's see. 91% maximum frequency, Okay. Networking. It's making some weird noises. I don't know if you can hear it through the recording, but it's making like some weird rumbling noises, which are worrying me. But yeah, let's see. Got 57 processes, which is not a lot at all, but still. CPU usage 3%, physical memory 61%. Okay, I mean, for 2 gigs of RAM, that is not bad. Like, that is not bad. For 2 gigs of RAM, that is not bad at all. Let's see. Yeah, it's not really running anything actually. Like, you know, view, help, okay, file, new task, no. Yeah, like, it's not, you know, let me see services, wait. It's not running like, you know, it's not running that badly actually. Like, I can do all this and, you know, the PC does sometimes just, you know, start service, okay. The PC does sort of, you know, crash sometimes, you know, it does sort of start to tweak, but I mean, it's a Celeron with like 2 cores released like 15 years ago, running Windows 7, I mean, with like 2 gigs of RAM and no GPU. I don't know what you guys are expecting, but yeah, there's only 1 user, okay, but I mean, yeah, that is pretty much everything I can do on this PC. I thought I would like try to turn off some tasks and stuff like that, maybe like turn off like all the apps from running and stuff like that in the background, but I mean, there doesn't really seem to be an option here as far as I know, or like as far as I can tell, as far as I can see. So yeah, if you're wondering why I'm leaving Avast antivirus, it's because my grandparents use it, and also it's because they use Windows 7. And yeah, I know a lot of people will say, oh yeah, but it's, you know, Windows 7 is extremely insecure to still use and stuff. I absolutely agree, I know that, but I mean, my parents, or my grandparents, sorry, they're just so used to it that, you know, they just let it be. And I'd rather just let them have it, you know, than go and, I'd rather just let them use Windows 10, or sorry, not Windows 10, I mean, Windows 7 onwards, you know, if they're so used to it, rather than, you know, forcing them to switch, like Microsoft has been attempting to do for God knows how long up until now, but yeah. And it will give them at least some security. Like, yeah, it is a lot of bloat, but still, it will at least give some layer of security, even though it's not that big, but yeah. But anyhow, now, let's go under Windows drawer. We can go and do prefetch first, where we can delete all of these files here, which are just temporary, useless files, which we can all just delete. There we go. After that, we're on Windows R again. We can do clean and we can pick the C disk. And now we can wait for the program to open up. There we go. It's calculating, okay. This is also just similar to prefetch. It's just that it's a lot more easy and automatic, and it cleans out the system like a lot more, as far as I know. So yeah, but the base of it is basically the same. So as you can see, it just cleans out temporary files, or recycle bin, everything, you know. It just cleans out all the useless, non-used temporary files on your system. So yeah, click on OK, delete files, and now we just wait for it to clean out the C drive, which, oh, it's doing pretty fast. Okay. Oh wow, okay, it did that pretty fast. I was expecting there to be more junk on this PC. And then tree is just basically it just sort of restructures and optimizes like the whole data structure of the operating system you use. So yeah, so it runs at least a bit more organized and smoothly. So yeah, but anyhow, yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, I already updated the drivers, like I just said. I deleted all the drivers and then updated them like a few months ago, and I mean, I don't believe any newer drivers would have released in that time. But yeah, and updating the BIOS, I mean, I did say I would think about it, but honestly, I wouldn't really do that because I didn't see which revision it was, and I could go back and see which revision it was, but I really do not want to risk having some kind of power outage on me mid-update and then, you know, corrupting the whole PC, because There have been power outages now, like literally like 30 minutes ago there was a power outage because there's a storm going on currently. And yeah, I do not want some kind of power outage happening mid-update and just corrupting the entire PC. So yeah, I think we'll leave this as is, and yeah, I'll try and fix the system, the internet issue that we have here with the system, to see if we can fix that issue, and then maybe like test this PC out with like some simple browsing and then like some simple games. But if I can't fix it right now, then sadly we'll just have to leave it off at here, and yeah, we'll just have to let our grandparents test it out and see how it works. Although yeah, without any internet, I don't know how they'll be able to do that. But yeah, let's see. I'll go and see if like what the issue is with the internet cable and stuff with the internet, and yeah, I'll be right back. So yeah, as is apparent from this right here, from the Windows Network Diagnostics window, and from the same icon that we already got before I fixed the issue, sadly I did not manage to fix the issue. I don't know what the issue is. I tried to pull out the network cable, see if it was damaged. I tried to plug it and unplug it in again. I tried to reset the router. I then tried to, go through the troubleshooting process in Windows 7, and yeah, as you can see, it could not find the issue. I looked at the drivers of this PC; they were all fine. It didn't show any errors or anything similar, so the drivers would not be the issue. And I seriously have no idea like what happened. But yeah, sadly, we're probably gonna have to leave this off at here. I mean, the PC in general does feel a lot snappier, like actually mid using the PC and mid trying to like troubleshoot and everything, it actually did feel a lot snappier to use and stuff like that. The last thing I can try to do is maybe reset this PC, like restart it to see if maybe that will fix the issue. But yeah, I'll just try and restart the PC, and if that doesn't fix the issue, then yeah, we'll go to Windows, down, and there we go, the PC is shutting off, and yeah, it's gonna restart. And if that doesn't fix the issue, then sadly, I'm sorry, but I have no idea what the issue could be. I mean, I tried almost everything I knew to try and almost everything I could try. So yeah, there it is, it's starting up again. And if that doesn't fix the issue, then yeah, sadly we're just gonna have to fix, or not fix, I mean, at end of this video here. We can actually play like some simple games like some Solitaire and Minesweeper to like test out this PC and see how well it runs. I think that's like the only test we can do like that does not require an internet connection, so yeah. But yeah, sadly, as you can see, as is apparent from the same icon again, yeah, the internet still does not want to work for some reason. But that does not mean that we actually have to like not test anything. We can still do like a single test. Like I just said, we can try opening like a bunch of different windows while playing like, I don't know, Minesweeper or Solitaire, and see if, that will maybe crash the PC or something like that. That can be a sort of like a mini stress test for this PC. But yeah, besides that, judging by the fact that this has Windows 7 on it, even if I try to like put some games on this, they probably won't run because of the operating system, and then also because of the abysmal hardware as well on this PC. So yeah, but anyhow, yeah, let's start the test so we can just open up a bunch of these. Okay, I'm starting to, let's see, I'm just opening up like a bunch of windows right now. So Windows R. Okay, wait, I don't think we can spam Windows R, right? Yeah, no, we can't spam Windows R, but we can still open it. Why not? Okay, Windows R, Windows E. There we go. Just spam the heck out of his PC. Oh, we are still gonna crash this PC. And we're gonna open up like some kind of I don't know, what do we even know how to play? I mean, I have no idea how to play Minesweeper. I have no idea how to play Solitaire. What else? Like, what else is there even on this PC? You know what? I'll just open up all these games. Hardware acceleration is either the game is running in software rendering mode. Okay. I don't know why that's why that happened. Oh my goodness. Do you see the delay there? I don't know. Oh, sorry. I don't know if you see the delay here, but look at this. There's like There's like a second of delay between the mouse hitting here, and I think it's because we got like, oh my god, we got like a bajillion different instances of Windows Explorer open, or a File Explorer, sorry. All right, let's play. Oh, you can only ace cards. Oh my goodness, bro, look at this. Oh, wait. Can I? Oh, okay. Boom. All right, there we go. I think it was 8. Nope. Was it 10? I think it was 10. Oh my. Okay. It's going to like the Minesweeper. Open up Minesweeper. Yeah, sure. Okay. Yeah. Blow. Oh, I am. Restart this game. There we go. Restarted. Internet backgammon. Okay. Okay, sure. Just leave the window open here. Why not? Sure. Well, we'll try and paint something in Paint. Why not? I mean, okay, yeah. Wow. Okay. Wow, it's actually working quite smoothly in Paint. No, like, no, actually, like, I remember before. Like before the last time I was here, when I tried to do something in Paint, it literally would lag so hard. But actually now it's working really smoothly in Paint. Wow. Okay, there we go. Okay, one big improvement, I guess, in Paint. So that's good. Oh my! I don't know if you guys saw that. Oh. Yo. Okay. Let's try Free Cell. No, wait. Oh wait, we already got Free Cell. Solitaire. Okay, sure. Okay, I don't get what. Ah, okay, there is a difference. Oh my god. Oh my. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I don't really know what to say. I mean, yeah, this is actually a big improvement. Okay, now it's starting to sort of lag. Although, like, sort of. It's actually not lagging that hard. But anyhow, yeah. I mean, trust me. Like, you're just gonna have to trust me on this one. I don't actually have like actual proof or picture proof of this, but like before when I was here, and also I remember when I was little as well, when I tried to play games and stuff on this, it would lag so, and not just games, but like in general, like opening up the browser and stuff, it would take like literal minutes, and it would lag so incredibly hard. It would be like actually insane. Like literally opening up like one tab would take like 5 minutes. Now it's actually not lagging at all. I can open up like a bunch of different, games, browsers, whatnot, at the same time, and it still works just fine. It still does not lag that much at all. Now the main test will be Google Chrome. How long will it take to like open up Google Chrome? Sure, we don't have internet, but we can still, try to open up Google Chrome and see how long it will take. Usually before, Google Chrome is like the main test for this PC, because before, when I tried to open up Google Chrome, it would take like at least like 10 minutes or so to open up like one tab. But now let's see how fast it will open up Google Chrome. There we go. Look at that. It literally opened it up that fast. Windows, or not Windows, sorry, I mean Google Chrome, yeah. And literally like, what was that, like a minute or two. Well, okay, yeah. So now that we've got actual proof and actual, knowledge that this PC actually runs better, although mind you, with a lot of visual glitches, but I mean, for an old PC like this, I think that's at least somewhat normal. So yeah, I mean, for old hardware like this, so yeah. But anyhow, yeah, that's the end for this video. I thank you all so much for joining me along on this ride, on this journey to, clean up, optimize, this entire PC and get it to work at least somewhat more faster without, changing any hardware or anything similar inside of this PC. So yeah, but maybe sometime in the future when I come back here again, I can maybe do some kind of follow-up video where I, take and actually, upgrade the ancient hardware in this PC, because I mean, this is an LJ1155 platform. This does have a lot of potential for upgrades, and the CPU that's inside of this can be upgraded to be like something miles better, like some kind of i5, and then I don't know, you can slash some kind of like HD AMD GPU inside of there, and it would run like a bajillion times better than whatever it's running right now. So yeah, but anyhow, that's the end for this video. Thank you all for joining me. Sorry for the slightly underwhelming end, but yeah, the unexpected issue with the internet really, tripped over all our plans. But yeah, anyhow, thank you all for joining me along once again, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.